Hey everybody, Joel here. So I'm in the garage again and I'm going to add these 4-foot LED lights into the garage. Just a very simple Home Depot light. It's got a wraparound lens on it. Pretty attractive. They're not too bad looking. So I'm going to put these up in the ceiling. I've got two to start with, but I got some LED, just a porcelain lamp holder with an LED bulb in it right now. And I'm going to change them into these strip lights. So we'll have 4 eventually, but we'll just get the process started here. So the first order of business is to fish a wire from this existing light. It's finished bedrooms and bathrooms upstairs above this garage up until this beam. And then over here, I've got an attic, got a little attic access up there. So I drilled a hole into that joist bay where this light is, and I pushed the fish tape in there and just had to grab it. It went right up to that light box. So I just cut a little tiny hole and then was able to push that fish tape right up into the light box there. And I'm going to pull over some 14 gauge wire through that joist bay into here and stick it out right in this area, because I'll mount one of those lights going parallel to the beam right here. And then I'll run another wire across the attic, which I need to insulate still. That won't be too tough. And I'll put another strip light right in this area. So there will be a total of 4. Like I said, I'll replace that one. And that one over there, I just have the light bulb screwed out a little bit so it wasn't blinding me in the face as I was fishing that wire out. And that'll make it much, much brighter in here, but we'll take you along for the ride. So you can get a look at this end when I'm fishing my wires in. I like to just hook the copper around the hook of the fish tape and make sure this is cinched up good and wrap that up tight. And then make sure you've got good tape on your wires. I cut those off, the black, the red, and the white. Just leave that bare copper. And that seems to pull through pretty nice and slick. You just don't want these other wires getting hung up on the hole as you're pulling it through. So that's where I came through. I just lined it up with that other light and pulled that straight through. So I've got enough here that I can just drop it right through the top of the drywall, and then I'll get another piece from light to light here, and then I can start hanging the lights. Just a quick look at the difference in brightness between them. That one casts a much nicer throw of light than the single lamp. Single lamp isn't doing all that bad, gotta hand it to it, but that is much nicer. So I'll get this next one put up, and then, like I said, we'll have 2 more over there also. You can see the wire hanging down for the one. But I do have to fish a wire over here because I got stuck in the spot where I need to, right there is the hole where the wire needs to come down, and that is in the floor because it bumps out a little bit more along this area here. So I've got to fish that wire in from the attic over about 6 inches. So that's gonna be a pain. But we'll get that done, and then we'll get these 2 hung up, and they'll be looking really good. It's been a while since I had these lights up, so I figured I better post a follow-up video. But here we've got two of the light fixtures, the 4-foot wraparound LEDs. This over here is the garage door opener light. I installed a shaft mount, shaft drive opener over there in the corner. I've got a different video on that, and I absolutely love it. It gets rid of the opener of the track and the opener plugged in there in the middle. Just gives you a little more headroom. Not that we really need it in this garage, it is pretty tall, but that has been working out really well. So yeah, here we've got the finished product with the 4-foot wraparound LEDs, and I was able to get that wire fished over for this one. I could have just moved it over 6 inches. It wouldn't have been that big of a deal to just bring this light back this way so I didn't have to fish it, but I don't know, it's just kind of nice to have them in line with each other. So they're nice and bright, gives me a lot of light to get to my storage that's above the garage door. Got a video on that also. But yeah, this garage is nice and bright now. Thanks for watching. Tune in for the next video.